Have you ever just lain there, lights off, eyes closed, but your brain refuses to rest? It's not the noise outside, but something inside you, a stream of thoughts looping endlessly, like a pulled thread that won't let go. I once heard a 67-year-old patient say, "My head feels like it's tied up from the inside." Not painful, not dizzy, just exhausted. I don't even know what to call that feeling. All I know is that every night, I have to fight just to sleep. It may sound gentle, but what's happening inside their brain is anything but. And you know what? Our brain doesn't scream when it's tired. It only whispers. Through restless nights, through the heaviness you feel around 10 p.m., through those puzzling heartbeats that speed up when you lie down. It doesn't demand. It only longs to be released. And maybe you've never thought of this. That your sleepless nights might not come from a racing mind but from the quiet clogging of blood in the brain. Because when your blood vessels at night don't open the way they should, then no matter how hard you try, your brain simply can't enter a healing sleep. Let me show you the secret behind nighttime circulation, and why we need a silent support to keep it flowing before it's too late. Nighttime blood vessels and the secret of blocked brain flow. Have you ever wondered why are there nights when your eyes are closed, the room is quiet, yet you still can't fall into deep sleep? The reason isn't your mood. It's not noise either, but the blood flow in your brain is quietly getting stuck. As evening comes, your body begins to prepare for sleep. The heart slows, your breathing softens, and most importantly, the brain's blood vessels need to widen to bring oxygen and nutrients to the memory centers, helping the brain recover. But if those vessels aren't flexible enough, if your capillaries are stiff from nutrient deficiency, then that flow gets blocked. Without enough blood to the brain, you simply can't enter deep sleep. Instead of drifting off, you toss and turn. Instead of dreaming peacefully, you wake in the middle of the night, and by morning, it feels like your head never got to rest. And what you need isn't a sleeping pill, but a natural vasodilator. A small, gentle key that unlocks the path for blood to return to your brain. Magnesium, the gentle key that unlocks the night. Not everyone knows. Sleep doesn't come just from being tired, but from a door that opens within your blood vessels. And magnesium is the gentle key that unlocks that door. Magnesium is not a sleeping pill. It doesn't force your brain to shut down. It doesn't knock you out instantly. Instead, it loosens tight blood vessels, especially around the cortex and hippocampus, where memory and emotion live. When magnesium goes to work, it soothes the parasympathetic nervous system, slows your heartbeat, and tells the brain to stop racing itself like it has all day. It whispers to your body, "It's time to rest now." No commands. Just an invitation. A gentle invitation to sleep, something the brain truly needs after 60. Many people in the Thrive 60+ community have told me, at first, I didn't believe it. Could one mineral really bring me back to real sleep? And I get it. We've grown used to forcing ourselves to sleep with pills. But magnesium doesn't force. It gently reminds your brain of its natural ability to rest on something you still have, just forgotten. But magnesium only works best when taken at the right time. And that's exactly what I'll share with you next. Why magnesium should be taken at night, not during the day. Every nutrient has its golden hour when the body is most ready to absorb and use it effectively. For magnesium, that golden hour is the evening, usually between 8 o'clock and 9:30 p.m. Why? Because this is when the parasympathetic nervous system takes the lead, signaling the body that the day is winding down. The heart slows, body temperature gently drops, and the brain begins clearing out waste accumulated during the day. If you take magnesium at this time, it not only relaxes blood vessels, but also supports your internal clock. and helps your pineal gland produce melatonin, the natural sleep hormone. But if you take it in the morning, you might not feel any benefit, and it could even cause mild drowsiness when your body needs to be alert. That's why magnesium should be seen as the brain's end-of-day secretary, helping everything settle and prepare for peaceful sleep. For those over 60, the body's internal rhythm isn't as precise as it once was. So a small act done at the right moment, like taking magnesium before 9 p.m., can bring about a very real sense of recovery, often felt within just 10 to 14 days. And if you're still unsure, listen to this story about one of my 73-year-old patients who struggled with insomnia for 15 years, and finally found a peaceful night. The story of Mr. Gerald is 73 years old, and a late-night turnaround. I still remember the first time I met Mr. Gerald. He sat across from me, his back slightly hunched, but there was something in his eyes. Deeply tired. Not the kind of tired that comes with age, but the exhaustion of 15 years without proper sleep. He said, "I don't remember the last time I slept 4 straight hours. I've taken sleeping pills, I've exercised, I've listened to calming music. But every night I just lay there, eyes wide open, like sleep was never something I needed." I asked him, "Do you feel tension in your head?" He nodded. "Every night feels like someone tying a string around my forehead. Not painful, just tight." We reviewed his diet, his medication, and his daily routine. And there was one thing completely missing for 15 years, magnesium. Within just 3 weeks, he started sleeping 5 hours straight. No pills. No forcing himself to lie still. Just his brain finally allowing itself to let go. He smiled when he came back for a follow-up. "Doctor, you know what? I don't need to dream. Just closing my eyes, with no thoughts rushing in, makes me feel alive again." Mr. Gerald isn't the only one. Many people in the Thrive 60+ community have been there, too. They thought sleep was gone forever. But really, their brain was simply craving something gentle that they'd long forgotten. But not everyone notices it early. Magnesium deficiency shows up quietly, and is often brushed off as something trivial. Let's learn how to recognize those signs. Next. Signs of magnesium deficiency and the whispers from your brain we often ignore. You don't have to wait until chronic insomnia to realize you're low on magnesium. Your brain and body have been sending signals all along. It's just that no one taught you how to listen. Maybe you've noticed one of these lately. Eyelid twitching at night, even when you're not tired. A sudden jerk in your calf while lying still wakes you up. A heavy feeling in your head, not anxious, just warm and foggy. A slightly racing heart right before falling asleep. Waking up at 2 or 33 a.m. with no clear reason. And most of all, feeling like your brain won't shut off once you're in bed. None of that is random. When magnesium is lacking, your nervous system loses its ability to regulate blood vessel tension. Nerve cells keep firing but never rest. And sleep gets broken like a river blocked midstream. That's why you can lie down for 8 hours and still wake up tired. I once told a patient, when your body lacks something, it never stays silent. It speaks in very small ways. And the good news is, you can begin again, starting today. With one simple action. One small habit before bed to reopen the flow to your brain's blood vessels. A small bedtime hobby, tea, one sip, one magnesium, one brain that breathes easier. You don't need to do anything big. No need to change your whole lifestyle. Just start with something very small. Very gentle but consistent each night. 8:30 p.m. Prepare a small cup of warm water, about 100 milliliters. Sip slowly, no rush. That's how you send the brain its first signal, it's time to let go. Then take one magnesium capsule in an easily absorbed form, typically magnesium glycinate or citrate. These types are less likely to upset your stomach, and they absorb quickly into the bloodstream. After 15 to 20 minutes, you'll start to feel your body lighten, your hands and feet settle in warmth. And most importantly, your mind begins to stop thinking. Not because you forced it to shut down, but because you gave it the tools to rest on its own. Many in the Thrive 60+ community have shared, I never expected that one tiny capsule could cut nearly an hour off my nightly tossing and turning. That's the power of a habit done at the right time. Not loud but steady, and it rescues the entire nervous system. And after a few weeks, you'll feel its effect, not just in your sleep, but in your emotions, your memory, and your daytime energy too. After 21 days, a brain that breathes, calmer emotions, and memory reborn. You might not even notice it. But after 3 weeks of consistently taking magnesium at night, your body will begin to change. In a subtle yet deeply powerful way. Many patients have told me, I don't know why, but I feel clearer in the morning, not foggy and sluggish like before. That's because your brain finally receives enough blood flow during sleep, especially in areas tied to memory and emotional regulation. Magnesium helps stabilize the autonomic nervous system, easing those sharp, irritable reactions in the morning. It helps you stop overreacting to small things, and lets you stay grounded even when things don't go your way. And more than that, it helps reset a circadian rhythm that's been off for years due to poor sleep. You'll find yourself getting sleepy right on time, waking up without endless yawns, even craving a few gentle stretches in the morning because your body feels ready to live a full day. One gentleman in the Thrive 60+ group once wrote, I never thought a mineral could help me feel more in sync with myself. Sleeping deeper, remembering longer, and feeling lighter inside. But for this journey to go even further, you'll need to avoid a few common mistakes. Because not everyone uses magnesium the right way, and I've seen too many people regret, just because of a few small missteps. Common misunderstandings about magnesium and habits that block your brain from relaxing. You know, magnesium is a very sensitive mineral. It won't work if it's used the wrong way. And here are the most common misunderstandings I often see in patients. Does taking magnesium on an empty stomach help absorption? Not true for older adults. Taking it on an empty stomach can cause stomach rumbling and discomfort, especially at night. Take it after a light dinner or with a warm glass of milk. This supports absorption and gently calms the nervous system. The more, the better? Overdosing is the most dangerous mistake. The safe dose for adults is typically between 200 to 400 milligrams per day, depending on the form of magnesium. Always read the label. Different supplements contain different concentrations. Is all magnesium the same? Magnesium oxide is cheap and common, but poorly absorbed and often causes diarrhea. Older adults should choose magnesium glycinate or citrate. These forms are gentler on the stomach and absorb well into the brain's blood vessels. Didn't feel anything after a week, so stopped. This is the most harmful misunderstanding. Magnesium doesn't act instantly. It needs at least 2 to 3 weeks to repair and stabilize the neurovascular system. You need to be patient, like watering a dried-out garden slowly and consistently. I once had a patient stop after just 5 days, then return 2 months later, full of regret after friends explained things. If only he had stuck with it 1 more week, he might not have gone back to high-dose sleeping pills. That's why I always give clear guidance in the Thrive 60+ community: take it right, take enough, take it regularly. That's the 3R principle for letting magnesium do its full work. And now, let me walk you through a 3-week journey step by step, so you can begin tonight, with no second guessing or confusion. 3-week magnesium routine: simple to start, easy to feel. You don't need to change your whole life. Just adjust one small rhythm in your evening. This is the 3-week routine I often recommend for adults over 60, those who want to restore their sleep naturally and safely. Week 1, getting started and setting a time. Choose a fixed time, 8:30 p.m. or 9 p.m. Have magnesium glycinate ready, 100 to 150 milligrams to start. Take it with 100 milliliters of warm water or after a light evening meal. Do not take it with calcium or heart medications at night. Each morning, jot down how you feel. Did you sleep more deeply? Wake up during the night? Week 2, slight increase and gentle observation. If week 1 goes well, increase to 200 milligrams/day. Add a 10-minute light walk after dinner to help blood circulate evenly. Avoid screens and devices after 9 p.m. If you have chronic conditions or prescription meds, consult your doctor for safe interactions. Week 3, reinforce and maintain. Keep dosage at 200 to 250 milligrams, if no side effects. Add the 4-7-8 breathing technique before bed. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 7 seconds, exhale 8 seconds. Create a cool, dark, quiet sleeping space. This is a simple routine, but it has helped many members of the Thrive 60+ community regain a calm, well-timed rhythm, and most importantly, sleep well without relying on pills. And as you stay consistent with this routine, you'll enter a deeper phase of healing where the brain begins to clear out, reset, and give you back something even more precious than sleep: morning clarity. And finally, let's reconnecting with your brain and a sleep journey without dependency. When you set that warm glass of water on the table, when the small magnesium capsule begins to dissolve inside you, when the lights dim and your mind starts to settle, that's not just a signal to go to sleep. It's how you begin to reconnect with your brain. After years of holding on, of endless thoughts and layered worries, Your brain only needs one small thing, to rest the right way. No more forcing sleep with medication. No more tossing, watching the clock tick through the night. Just stay consistent with one small habit, and your brain will know how to do the rest. I often tell my patients, you don't need to fight to sleep. You just need to give your brain permission to relax. And magnesium is like a gentle friend, helps reopen quiet pathways, softens the blood vessels, calms the nerves. So come you can sleep deeply without the struggle. And you're not alone. The Thrive 60+ community is full of people practicing this every night, people who spent 10 years with sleepless nights, and now wake up with a light-hearted smile. You deserve that too. If today's message spoke to you, leave a comment. I choose to calm my brain each night to mark the beginning of your journey. Share this video with a friend over 60, someone still lying awake each night, not knowing why. And don't forget, come back each week so we can continue this path together. To live healthy, live clearly, and live fully with the brain that's always been yours.